All right, everyone, welcome to race night here in the Gears Racing League for the Gears Cup Series, Coke 300 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. This is a Gears Racing League event, race 12 of 33. I am Tom Torrey, aka the Horse Boat, here to bring you all the Gears Cup Series action here live on Casa de la Horse Boat. Again, whether you're lurking or it's working, thank you for joining us here tonight. We have the longest race of the season on the schedule here. Tonight, you're looking at 200 laps of hot Charlotte, North Carolina action. Again, thank you so much for joining us if you're just getting in. Again, you see start-finish line here as they are just about ready to conclude practice. But we'll talk about here the points in the race that was last week. So as we're just going to get right into the points and all the things that are points, before I see Wu-Tan cheered 198 bits. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. That's fantastic. Again, the point standings going into tonight. Peyton Howell still your leader. He's got 3 wins on the year. Elliott Drummond right there in second place. Your winner of the Giordano's 44 was Elliott Drummond. And then Tropicana 100 at Chicagoland, punching his ticket into the playoffs. Your defending Gears Cup Series champion, Cody Johnson. So again, congratulations those two fellas for making things happen. And for Cody to get in to the playoffs, that is important. Again, take a look at your top 25 here. You see, holding it down in 25th is Jimmy Ensley. Nathan Fuller, which has been on a 2 or 3 week hiatus, is back. But let's talk about real quick what happened last week. The doubleheader went off amazingly. Post-race report shows courtesy of the Gears admin team for the Giordano's 44 at the Chicago Street Course. Only 1 caution, 1 lead change. Pole award with Elliott Drummond. Elliott Drummond with the fastest lap and most laps led. Biggest mover of that race was Travis Stronier with 22. Again, Elliott Drummond, Colin Weatherholt, and Peyton Howell was your podium for that race. For the Tropicana 100 race, 11 of 33. There was 2 cautions, 11 lead changes. Pole award was Sean Anderson. Fastest lap was Brandon Meyer. He also had the most laps led. And the biggest mover of the night was Zach Taylor with plus 27. Your podium there, again, Cody Johnson getting his first win of the year. Keaton Austin Salyers in the 19 car getting second. And Sean Anderson going home in third. One of the best races of the year of 2024 to cap off kind of like our first third of the season. So it is very, very exciting to see the first third of the year go as well as it has. Again, got a lot to play for if you're just outside of the top 10 there. Notably dropping a little bit is Mike DeWalt. Austin Salyers making that climb, as well as Tyler Wooten and Cody Johnson, all working on trying to make the playoffs. Again, moving on, let's go to the schedule. Here it is. Embarking on the second leg of our 3-leg tour to Charlotte Motor Speedway, and then we are off next week. Again, if you are in Charlotte, North Carolina area, in the area for that race for the Coke 600 in real life, our team will be out there doing meet and greets, meeting with Gears employees as well as fans of the channel. I know there's a few out there. I unfortunately will not be able to make it this year, but a lot of notable drivers will make it there, and hopefully you'll get to chat with them. And I'm going to bring you back here with me real quick before they get into qualifying. Got to show you these cool sticker packs that we just got, that we're doing for the winners. That we just got them in here tonight on the program. You see a little holographic action with the horse boat. Hopefully you like that. Thank you, Dip Spit Jr. for the follow, bringing us up to 365 for the channel. I'll be at the Xfinity. All right, well, we got people that would like to meet with you But yeah, those are those. And then we've got these gear stickers that just came in. We're going to sell these and give them away, all that good stuff. And then we also have Gears coasters for your beverages. Again, these are sweet. These are hot, fresh off the press. Just got a shipment of these in today. So hopefully, if you're interested, shoot me a whisper message on Discord, and we'll hook you up. Let's get back out here onto the track for qualifying for the Coke 300. Let's see if I could talk to somebody here after they qualify, obviously. But let's see. Travis Stroney, part of that team sponsoring this week's race. Very proud to have Freedom United Motorsports giving a purse away for tonight. So the winner of the Coke 300 will earn a $30 US dollar prize. Second place will earn 20, and third place will earn 10, courtesy of the number 66 Ryan Robertson and Freedom United Motorsports for the sponsorship and allowing us to provide this prize pool for our drivers. Stephen Gurley Jr. All right, Stephen Gurley Jr. If you are around, come and say hello and hang out with the Gears Racing League and employees alike. Jonathan Militia on the pole for a moment. See if our ticker can fix itself, because it usually is delayed. It's not going to want to do that right now, but we'll go with it. Gutierrez on the pole right now, the 29.71. Travis Stroney in sixth currently with a 29.92. Let's see if his second lap is any better than his first. Crosses that finish line. 29.85, good enough for 10th at the moment. Bumping down to 13th, but definitely going to make it in the show. Ryan Roberts in there. Jonathan Bonilla in the 31. Again, we have patriotic schemes here tonight. Got a story or two to share. Not sure why. Getting some issues with our ticker, but we'll get that fixed because it's annoying sometimes. I'm not sure why that happens from time to time, but it does. We'll get it fixed here in a jiff. Just hang out here with me for just a second, and we'll get that fixed for you. Do-do-do. Bang, boom. And we should be back. Yep, we are back. Watch Zachary Taylor and see what he has to offer us. Or he might have just finished. Justin Vandermerel in the 54 machine, running in 18th with 29.76. This should be his second lap. Let's see what he's got. Not going to be any better, but good enough for 19th. Currently, right now, everybody should make the show. We have 39 drivers in the field tonight. So that should be good for some racing, green flag racing, hopefully. Again, Chicagoland was one of the best races of the year. Peyton Howell just took over the lead for the pole. Of course, we catch him as he finishes. That's what she said. Well, we'll leave that tree up so you guys can see who potentially, if anything's going to change. I doubt it at this point. But again, if you're out there, say hello. Love to hear from you, and let's see if I can get a driver or two in here. here we go. As we get set, as they get ready to warm up, I have tonight's race sponsor, number 66 of Ryan Robertson. Ryan, thank you so much for taking a moment. I know you guys are getting ready to race, so I don't want to keep you here for too long. But again, thank you so much for sponsoring this race. I know Freedom United Motorsports gladly was happy to do it. But yeah, if you want to give us a little information about your brand and yeah, how you doing tonight, bud?
I'm doing good, Tom. Yeah, definitely happy to be the sponsor of this race. Honestly, I didn't plan it this way. I just saw Charlotte. I was like, okay, it's a big race, and I was like, oh, it kind of goes with our branding of Freedom United. Being Memorial Day weekend coming up.
Absolutely.
So I just thought it'd be cool for us to sponsor a race. And kind of we're new to the league this year, so just kind of get our name out there and just kind of show that, hey, we're here to, support and want to grow everything that's, going on over here. So, definitely like racing here and, having a good time every time I'm here.
Well, we are happy to have you again. That number 66 machine is fast. Where'd you qualify? I must have missed it.
35th.
35th. Hey, you made the race. Again, we only have, 39 people in this field. So, again, you're going to make the race regardless. But usually not the case here. So, 35th ain't bad. You were saying something?
Yeah, they hit the wall in the second lap, but, it is what it is. I made the race, just making the field sometimes here, because the competition's so good, top to bottom. So just making the field sometimes is a feat in itself.
If we don't talk to you the rest of the night here, anybody you want to give a shout-out to?
Definitely want to give a shout-out to my teammates. I couldn't do it without them, sponsoring this race and everything they do on social media for us. Definitely want to give a shout out to Mike and all the admins that put on this race every week. So, and definitely you too. You put on one hell of a broadcast, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that, brother. And I hope you end up here on the podium here tonight for your own sponsorship of the race. Number 66, Ryan Robertson. Thank you so much for hanging out with us here tonight.
Thanks, Tom.
Again, that was Ryan Robertson, number 66, Freedom United Motorsports, getting ready for green flag action. Again, we'll get you lubed up if you weren't here before on what is about to take place. Big shout out to Holly 88 for the follow. I think bringing us to 366 on the followship or fellowship or however you want to call it. Thank you so much for that. Charlotte tonight is going to be 200 laps. There's no stage breaks here. We do not do that. We did it last year. We do not do it this year. No fast repairs. You have 6 tire sets, and that is including the 1 set you have when you come to the race here tonight. Max fuel capacity is going to be 70%, and manual cautions are called by race control. We do not do auto cautions here. So tonight on the perch is going to be Justin Shoup. He's going to have help from on-track admins, but let's get you set and ready for the grid as they get ready to go. Again, tonight's Coke 300 sponsored by Freedom United Motorsports. They are wonderfully providing a prize pool for tonight. Again, $30 USD for the winner, 20 for second place, and then 10 for third. Follow them on all of their socials and enjoy what it is to be a part of Freedom United Motorsports. Again, a patriotic theme you're going to see as we go through the grid here tonight. And I'll give this to you, and then I'll read them off as we go to green. And I'll try to go as fast as I possibly can because it's a lot of names here. 39 cars in the field. A lot of these guys willing to risk it for the biscuit. Again, points race still. Theme night. A lot of these guys have been waiting all week for this race. Talk to most guys around the shop. They claim that this is their best track. And I guess we are about to find out. Whoa. Not like that, but we're about to find out here in just a quick minute. All right. Again, on the pole, the Shy cheered 100 bits. Thank you so much for that. So again, on the pole here tonight is going to be Peyton Howell. The outside of him is going to be the 26 of Jonathan Evans. Inside row 2 is going to be the number 8 of Perrin Huggins and the 20 of Colby, hell yeah, brother, Hogan. Inside row number 3 is going to be last week's winner, 08 of Cody Johnson. Outside of him is going to be Brad Gutierrez. A guy who isn't here, number 15, Chris Parkman on the inside of row 4. On the outside of him is going to be the 22 of Josh Cole. Row 5, inside is going to be the number 75 of Bladen Edwards. On the outside of him, the man, the myth, the legend, 25 of Trey Holmes. On the inside of row number 6, in Peoria, Illinois native Mike DeWalt, and the number 9 Napa Know-How Machine. On the outside of him, longtime rival and good friend, number 13, Sean Anderson. In row 7, we have the number 69, Jonathan Militia. And the outside of him, Keaton Austin Salyers, our 2022 Gears Cup Series champion. Row number 8, in the 00, we have the Caterpillar machine of Matt Maglia. On the outside of him, in the NOS, number 97 Chevrolet, is going to be Floyd Stewart. In row 9, we have Jacob Delgado. And on the outside of him, the 56 and recent rejoiner, question mark? Matthew Weeks was a hell of a driver in last season's Racing Series, coming back, making his 2024 debut tonight. Alex Tilley and Paul Wilkins, row 10. Devin Lukin and Justin Vandermeer, row 11. Row 12 is going to be Jeff Glockner and Stephen Gurley Jr. Row 13 is going to be Brandon Meyer and the 24 of Nathan Fuller coming back here tonight. Joseph Enright going to be on the inside of row 14. Outside of him is going to be Travis Stroney. Zachary Taylor and Matt Albert going to row 15. Again, a bunch of EULs being served here right now. And I think that's all we're going to get to because that's what they're issuing here at the moment. So Jonathan Evans is going to be up near the front with Perrin Huggins. And I hope you all are ready. Again, patriotic themes here tonight.
Negative.
We are not going green this time by. Give them a moment to get that sorted. Again, EOLs have to be served. We had a lot of them, so they had to come through for that. Again, this will be the last broadcast for the next 2 weeks, I am sad to say. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself next Friday night. My wife is probably very excited about that. Again, 200 laps. One of our longest races of the season. Getting set to get underway. Love to see all of the red, white, and blue. And the patriotism represented here tonight. It is time to get it on. Pace car lights are off. Perrin Huggins and Jonathan Evans on the front row to start us off for the Coke 300 here for the Gears Cup Series. Green flag ready to drop. And here we go. Green flag racing for the Coke 300. Everybody off to a good start so far. Nobody running each other over as much as I can tell. And that is a great sign for you viewers at home. Turn 3 and 4. Everybody playing together in peace and loving harmony. That tri-oval is what I am concerned about most notably. But here we go. Huggins, Johnson, Parkman, Evans, and Edwards, your top 5. Edwards, a late addition. Was rumored he wasn't going to be able to make it tonight, but ended up being a part of the program. Love the Napa 15 car. That Michael Waltrip themed ride on a next-gen Cup car looks fantastic. Take a look around where they're 2 wide here for 8th. Trey Holmes, Josh Cole, side by side with Alex Tilley and Matt Maglia right there. Again, Cole and Tilley, the 22 and the 23 teammates, running that outside line, doing a pretty good job here so far. Right on board with the 56 of Matthew Weeks, Nicholasville, Kentucky native. First race back in the 2024 season. Very excited to have him along for the ride. Hopefully the rest of the way he is a damn good competitor. Traffic. Mid-pack, as is always. Never the place you want to be. You got 3 wide here with Glockner. Floyd Stewart, Glockner, and I think Joseph Enright. They're going to sort it out and going to be okay. Let's look back up towards the front and see what we've got. Again, Barron Huggins, Cody Johnson, Jonathan Evans, and Chris Parkman with Bladen Edwards. And you're watching Evans and Parkman, the 15 and the 26, battle it out for position. Everybody doing a good job here so far. Battle here for 3rd place as Evans is going to take it easily. Biggest mover so far looks like to be Jake Hall, the 98 machine. Started dead last in 39th. Has moved up to 28th. Slowly but surely making moves and stealing positions from other dudes. Ooh. Bonilla hitting the wall just a little bit. 77 Peyton Howell had to take an EOL. Start from the back. So again, another night of adversity for the 77. I do not doubt that young man for a second. Again, if you're new to this channel, stages do not exist. Right on board with the 11 of Paul Wilkins. And a man who's on Twitch quite a bit, known as The Shine. Give him some love. And it looks like we have our first caution of the evening. Not sure what happened. Ooh. Looks like the 48 involved. Matt Albert, maybe. Let's see what happened. Oh, shit. I see it full time see what happened. Looks like 3 wide happening behind him, but closed up. Oh, and he just slipped, it looks like. Let's back that up for just a second. Yeah, just slipped. Yeah, that blue line's a bitch. Pointed it up, fishtailed a little bit. Hats off to the 48, though. Kept it together as best he could. Bonilla says, fuck it, I'm not breaking. Oh, but a T-bone steak. And that is on the 77. Oh, man. Well, that changes things a little bit. Let's see this in full time. And let's ride on board with Peyton Howell. Slip there. Oh, yeah. Nothing you can really do there, because if you overreact, you're going to create more mess for those guys behind you. He did what he could, but that happened so fast. Really know where you could go. And that is unfortunate. Matt did a hell of a job to keep it together as long as he did. And I think his car, he's going to be just fine. But Peyton Howell's is pretty screwed up, if you ask me. Yeah, he is in the box right now. And that'll bring out our first caution of the night. Again, tonight's race is sponsored by Freedom United Motorsports. Graciously, Ryan Robertson and the gang donating 60 USD out to the podium finishers here tonight. Very excited for whoever is able to pull it off. Again, 2 weeks from tonight is the Horse Boat 250. You're damn right, I have my own race. Brayton Laster is sponsoring it from what I hear. And then a week after that's going to be the Cliffs of Dover 200 at Dover Motor Speedway. And then on June 14th, you're looking at Watkins Glen for the Rocket League 100 Boost. As we'll pan it over again. The month of June and July, this whole start from race 12 to 23 is loaded with sweet, hot action. And then you look at Pocono, there is one more race after that before we get into the playoffs again. If you haven't seen the playoffs, this is your first time, highlighted in orange there, or I guess orange and black, with orange being the dominant background. That is our playoff race. Nashville Superspeedway, Daytona Road Course, Talladega once again, Richmond Raceway at night, Auto Club, Homestead, Miami, Darlington, Bristol Motor Speedway at night, and then Gears presents the finale 2024, November 1st at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Yeah, and we're excited as hell to have a season like we've been having. A lot of great drivers out here, and tonight somebody just got frustrated. Peyton Howell, points may take a hit if he's not able to recover. And it looks like right now he's sitting in 39th and looks like he may be out. We will see. He might be working on his car, but we will find out. Parrot Huggins and Cody Johnson is going to lead us off for this restart. Jonathan Evans and Bladen Edwards in row 2. Row 3, Brad Gutierrez and Jonathan Militia. Row 4 is going to be Josh Cole and Alex Tilley. And rounding out your top 10 is going to be Sean Anderson and Keaton Austin Salyers. Get first caution of the night. Can't hate on that. We had some good action to start the race. But Parrot Huggins and Cody Johnson going to lead us back off the 8 and the 08. Ain't it great? Again, Huggins will have control in the restart zone. And here we go. Green, green, green. Huggins, Johnson, Evans, Edwards, and Militia all establishing themselves a little bit. And it looks like the 79 of Zachary Taylor putting Trey Holmes in the wall. Holmes not getting any love. And I believe Zach Taylor knows he messed up there. But nothing you can do right now. Riding on board with the 20 of Colby Hogan. Hell yeah, brother. Having a decent run so far, running around at 15th. He did start in row 2. Has fallen back. But again, everybody runs this track slightly different. Peyton, I don't understand. It was a racing deal, man. Nothing that could be done. He just slipped. I think sometimes tears are unwarranted. I don't think it was anything that malicious or anybody trying to take people out or anything like that. We reviewed it a couple times. Matt slipped, and that was that. When you're getting EOL, you start from the back. Shit happens, and I think you know that better than a lot of people. So hopefully you'll be good here in 2 weeks for Talladega. Again, your points leader, 3 wins on the year. You're bound to have bad luck from time to time. Barrett Huggins, Cody Johnson, Jonathan Evans, Sean Anderson, and Bladen Edwards in your top 5 with Brad Gutierrez, Alex Tilley, Josh Cole, Jonathan Militia, and Devin Lucan rounding out your top 10. But Keaton Austin Salyers trying to make a run here. Putting himself around Devin Lucan, cracking into the top 10. So everybody's kind of single file, but except for Alex Tilley, kind of going to the beat of his own drum. Speaking of drum, notable absence here tonight, Elliott Drummond of the 45. Not sure where he scampered out to. Pete says, I can't be mad, but the one race I wanted to complete the whole thing and died lapped at. No, I get it, man. I totally get that. I get that, but, some stuff is just, things that are out of your control, right? And that was just one of those things. There's nothing you could have done. We replayed that a couple different times. If you tried to overcorrect, you'd be hitting the outside wall. You'd be screwing up a toe link. You still would have had a rough night either way. It's just, tonight, I just chalk that up to bad luck, man. I don't think there's anything you could have done to prevent that. And I know Matt feels bad about that. He's a guy that really thrives upon having good racecraft. So for him to slip like that, it's not ordinary that he does that. Yeah, Charlotte is. I have terrible luck at this track too. We will share our grief together with Charlotte. I never run good here. I love the track. I am just dog water. Huggins, Johnson, Evans, Anderson, and Edwards with Gutierrez, Tilley, Cole, Militia, and Salyers in your top 10. Paul Wilkins there, Colby Hogan, Joseph Enright. Haven't said his name very much tonight. Newer to the league as well in that 07. I think it's TD Ameritrade. TD Bank. Not sure how that works. But with them running 22 green flag laps, let's start it off here tonight with our first loose and loud, courtesy of Freedom United Motorsports. And it looks like we have another caution. See if we can find that for you as we bring you back in from the loose and loud. Let's see what the hell transpired. See what we got. Oh, let's see what happened here. Who's here? 79 of Zach Taylor and Devin Lucan. So let's find out how they became connected at the hip. The Gears instant replay. Hogan, 20 right there. Taylor again. He's been known this evening to try to shoot the gap and go 3 wide. Lucan, net code. Yeah, I really... Let's see what happened from Maglia's point of view, if that's a thing. See if he's still there. Yeah, that was pure netcode. Look at that. Look at that. Off the wall, and then it just like took him with him. That was amazing. I've seen netcode before, but this is kind of an interesting situation. Let's see from Paul Wilkins' point of view. He bounces off the wall ever so gently. Yeah, and just took the 79 with him. There was nothing Taylor or Lucan. Lucan, yeah, he got into the wall. I don't think he did anything wrong there. Just kind of weird. Coming off a 4, nice and smooth, like a chihuahua. He hits the wall. Like, look at that. And, you know, maybe Wilkins may have gotten netcoded into him as well. Who knows? I'm the broadcaster. I don't know who's to say. But we are back under caution for only the second time tonight. Liberty Bringer says, I heard, looking forward to it. Going to fire up my laptop and take this out to the yard. Hell yeah. Sounds good. Sounds like a good evening plan. Again, thank you for making us a part of your evening plans. We have a good league. We have a good group of guys that surround it. A good core group of drivers with a lot of skill. I promote these guys shamelessly at work, wherever the hell I can. Again, I love this group and the racing that they provide. Again, we're about 25 laps into this 200-lap race. Gonna have to pit a few times. Tire strategy could come into play here if we get out to a elongated green flag run. There's a lot that could happen, really. There's a lot that could happen. Again, a guy that needs to have a good night here is the number 9 team, and his team has had a run of bad luck recently. Had to miss a race. Let's see if I can get a quick chitty chat with some of these guys in here. Actually, no. We're going to leave him alone for this one. We'll go bug him here in a little while. Stroney typing while he's racing in the Discord chat. I love that. I love the commitment of that. Big shout out to Stroney and Freedom United Motorsports. Typing while he's racing. That is pretty talented for that 21 car. Here, let's get a good look at his car and the hotness that it provides. If you're into that kind of stuff, look at that. Look at how it's pimped out. It would make your mother jealous. Beautiful 213simware.com race car. As they're going to get double file and get back to green flag racing. Sean Anderson and Perrin Huggins going to lead us off in the front row, with Cody Johnson and Jonathan Evans in row 2. Row 3, the big dog, number 75, Bladen Edwards, and outside him, Alex Tilley in the 23. Row 4 is going to be Jake Hall, and the 00, Matt McGleer, known as the 22. He's got to fix his shit because he's going to get another 15-point penalty for not having the right number on his car. He's been warned multiple times. We're going to crack down. The 22 of Josh Cole is going to be in the inside of row 5. And on the outside of him is going to be Brad Gutierrez of the 84. Getting back, re-racked, and set for the restart of the Coke 300. Again, last race for the next 2 weeks. Again, we'll be live again May 31st for the Horse Boat 250 at Talladega Superspeedway. And we are back to green flag racing at Charlotte. 2x2. These guys in the first 2 rows are restart masters. And all those Chevrolets are taking off and hitting the road. Look at this, 3 wide. Anderson letting them go. Huggins going to assume the lead. And that red, white, and blue cheddar is number 8. Chevrolet with a 08 closely to follows. Big battle here on the restart. Again, a lot of the wrecks that are happening here are mid to rear of the pack. It is pure chaos back here. It's hard to establish yourself as we ride on board with the 9 of Mike DeWalt. Just trying to survive. It's hard. Not easy to do at Charlotte. There's different schools of thought with how you run the track. We'll ride on board here another half a lap or so. Again, if you're having a beverage, which I hope you are, for one of the most exciting races of the year. Looks like the Jake Hall, the 98 machine, getting a little high in 1 and 2. Mike DeWalt currently running in 23rd. The man, Matthew Weeks, making his 2024 debut in that 56 car. Running just in front of him. Again, the competition has gotten a lot tougher since the last time he's been here. So to have him come back, it's a good idea to test the waters. He's not trying to make too big of a splash here tonight. I know a lot of these guys are relatively really good at Charlotte. And again, as you see, a bump from Weeks to Bonilla. Giving him the business. Trying to make moves to get up towards the front. As we're going to head back up near mid-pack, near the top 10, Brad Gutierrez trying to hold down 10th. Keaton Salyers and Josh Cole will take that away. Colby Hogan right along there in the Milwaukee Tool Gears of War, number 20 Toyota Camry. A lot of Camrys here towards the top 10. Again, your leader is Perrin Huggins with Cody Johnson, Jonathan Evans, Bladen Edwards, Alex Tilley, Matthew Maglia, Sean Anderson, Jonathan Militia, Keaton Salyers, and Josh Cole. Rounding out your top 10. Let's see the nerves with Josh Cole and what he's having to put up here with so far tonight. Again, long green flag runs are good for a lot of these guys. They're good. They're better at this track with that. Some of these guys right now, I think, are playing possum, serving their tire wear. That's why you see the big break from 7th to 6th, which is almost 2 seconds between Matt Maglia and the 69 of Jonathan Militia. Jonathan Militia's dad is watching. I heard next week Jonathan Militia is just going to run naked out into the infield at the Coke 600. He says he knows a guy who knows someone who'll let him do it. So we'll see if that happens. Big shout out to Militia if he's able to do in the nude. Side of him right there is Keaton Salyers trying to take 10th position away. Or excuse me, 8th, 7th. I don't frickin' know anymore. Taking 7th, and again, that is the gap. About 2 seconds between that group. Everybody minding their P's and Q's from 1st on to 7th or 6th. And then from 7th on back, it's a frickin' madhouse. Chris Parkman in the number 15, right along board with him. All over the ass end of the 86 of Tyler Wooten. Wu-Tang Clan. Getting a little loose. Connor Rowe right behind him. Let's ride on board. Let's see the action. Jackson. Outside of him is Sean Anderson. And this all right here you're looking at is a battle for 12th. And the 34 car here of Brandon Meyer. Andover, New Hampshire native. 34 car. I don't know if you can see it here this time by. Representing his brother. You know, the saying where all give some, but some give all. His brother falls into the some give all category. He gave it his all. Brandon honoring his brother here tonight. And we're going to start off here our next Loose and Loud in dedication to the Meyer brother. And it looks like we have another caution here. Let's see who's involved in this one. Not sure what happened. But let's back it up and try to find it out. All right. There it is. Oh, no. Maybe it's not. Not sure what happened here. Trying to look all over for it, and I cannot find it to save my freaking life. Not sure what happened there, but that is looks like going to put Joseph Enright out in front. Again, my apologies. I'm not sure what happened there, but we were under caution for the third time here this evening. See if we can get somebody to clarify that for us. Kyle Munson, do you have a copy?
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Got Kyle Munson here in the 40 car. What happened there? We don't know the accident. We missed. We didn't catch that.
I'm not really sure. I was behind everything, so I didn't really catch it.
All right, you're useless to me, but that's all right. Kyle, how's the track feel?
Track feels really good.
All right, sounds good. Track is really good. You heard it first from Kyle Munson. Kyle, we'll see you in a little bit, brother.
All right, man. See ya.
Later. That is the 40 of Kyle Munson. Let's see who else we could talk to, see if they could give us a little idea of what the hell happened. Mike DeWalt, do you have a copy?
Yes, sir.
Mike, what the hell happened? We didn't catch it.
There was a wreck right in front of me, and I didn't get collected, so that's a first.
All right, let's back it up. Let me know when you guys are to 1 to green, as I'm going to follow you.
We're at 2 to green now.
All right. All right. We're going to figure it out. Oh, we're seeing you pit in reverse. That's cool. All right. All right. Ooh. All right. Okay.
Yeah, it happened right in front of me.
Happened right in front of him. See what happened. Oh, there it is. That's the hot stuff we were waiting for.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, that must have been a poop check.
It's definitely a poop check. Shout out to the poop check. Every broadcast. Definitely a poop check right there.
That was definitely a poop check. How's the car feel for you here tonight?
Well, I can't really tell you. I've been in dirty air the whole time. Just kind of tiptoeing my way around through this race. Finally got some track position here on strategy. But tires should be still pretty good from the last time we pitted, so I didn't take any tires there. So hopefully we can keep this up front. I'm going to push a little bit harder than the rest of this race I have so far. So try to keep it up here in the top 10 and then see what we got in clean air.
Right on. We'll let you get back to it. Thank you, Mike.
Thanks.
That is the 9-car Napa Know-How. Mike DeWalt, single and ready to mingle. Getting back at it. Had to put that little jab in there at the end because I love him. He's going to give me shit for that later, but I don't care. He's ready to mingle, ladies. Poop check. One of my favorite things to say here on the channel when I get the opportunity. Again, last broadcast for 2 weeks. I can't say that enough. Hopefully you guys are sipping on something. I am currently the Tennessee Salty Caramel Oh Smoky. Shout out to Nate Williams, who isn't around here tonight. Hopefully he'll be here at some point. But a big shout out to him. Looks like Joseph Enright and Perrin Huggins is going to lead us off in row 1. Alex Tilley and Cody Johnson, row 2. Row 3 is going to be Jonathan Evans and Bladen Edwards. Row 4 is going to be Keaton Salyers and Matt Maglia. And rounding out your top 10 is going to be Jonathan Militia and Josh, where the hell are my car keys, Cole? Again, hopefully you're enjoying this beautiful Friday night. Again, here in Wisconsin, it's a balmy 76 degrees where I am. It is hot. Well, at least warm for us. A lot of people enjoying that. As we get set to go back to green flag racing, we'll get more race interviews as we move along. But we're going to get back at it because Coke 300, we have a payout courtesy Freedom United Motorsports. Joseph Enright in the 07. First time he's leading us off. Going back to Green Flag Racing, the Geico restart zone. Green, green, green for the 07 machine. We're getting it on. Woo. Again, all the sights and sounds. Charlotte Motor Speedway, we can bring you, we will try. Again, next week, the Coke 600 for real is happening. And we have a lot of representation from the Gears Racing League. A lot of Gears employees, Gears admin, Gears owners going to be out and about. You'll be able to visit and take autographs with Mike DeWalt, Matt Albert Keaton, Salyers 2022's champion, Jonathan Militia, and many, many more. Again, if you're out and about and you spot them, take a picture. Hopefully not of your ass and them, but just a picture. And post it on the Gears Twitter. Again, yeah, we're on Twitter, or X, or whatever the hell it's called. We have a crack social media team. And again, we just debuted our Gears Cup or Gears Racing League horse boat sticker pack. We're a joint operation here for that venture. Get them while they're hot, because they are hot off the press. Again, Matt, a man that I spoke of making his debut 2024 start, Matthew Weeks, currently running around in 5th place. Kind of snuck his way up there, don't you think? Again, Parent Huggins, Cody Johnson, Alex Tilley, Bladen Edwards, and Matthew Weeks in the top 5. Keaton Salyer, Jonathan Evans, Joseph Enright, Jonathan Militia, and Josh Cole rounding out your top 10. Biggest mover of the night so far. Looks like it is the 66, or excuse me, the 66 of Ryan Robertson. Tonight's race sponsor in that Valvoline red, white, and blue Toyota Camry. Looks gorgeous. Running around in 12th in the inside line there. Again, I am so excited about Talladega. I really want to run, but I know people want to see the race, and I know that's more important. June, I believe, 3rd or the 8th or whatever the hell it is, we are starting the Sprocket Series. It's going to be on Monday nights every 2 weeks. I will definitely have my dash cam available for those races if you're interested in watching them. I'd be more than happy to put that on for you, but I will be taking part in that, as I've been wanting to call Gears personally home to race competitively. Ooh, looks like the 84 bounced off the wall going into 1. That did not look healthy. Hopefully they'll be able to withstand that and move on. Man, I'm talking about is Brad Gutierrez, as the 8 and the 08 show now again a thing. 1st and 2nd with Matthew Weeks in 3rd and closing. Let's ride on board just for a moment with that 56 car. He is going around on the outside and making it competitive. The 56 of Matthew Weeks is back. New numbers, same competitive drive. And he may end up being a winner here just yet here tonight. I love it when people debut here. It doesn't matter if they're new or if they're coming back from being away for a while. It's always nice to see people succeed. 63 of 200 in the bank. A little bit over a quarter of the race completed. Again, we have a long way to go, and then we may have a hosted race afterwards. I don't know. And who knows, if I get drunk enough, we will see if I can give away a Gears Racing League horse boat sticker coaster prize pack. Maybe I'll throw in a t-shirt just because I like you. We'll see about it. Again, Huggins, Weeks, Johnson, Tilley, and Robertson, your top 5 with Bladen Edwards, Salyers, Parkman, Holmes, and Cole rounding out your top 10. Riding on board, let's do it. Jonathan Militia is in a sandwich. 3 wide with that Budweiser 69ing Chipmunk machine. New game, well, it's not new, it's been around for a minute, but one that I'm extremely addicted to is Slapshot. Slapshot Rebound, if you like hockey. If you like weird-ass controls, which I know some people don't, Slapshot's for you. It's a fun-ass game. Play with your family. Play with some orphans. Who knows? Make them happy. It's a fun game. It sucks to suck, but it's good to be good. Huggins, Weeks, Johnson, Robertson, and Tilley, your top 5. Tilley taking that high side, not sure why. He's losing ground and fast. Parkman to the inside, going to go yoink and take that for 5th. Devin Lucan rebounding from that accident. Looks like he has got it buffed out. Called his parents, asked for a loan, and got it. And you know a loan's not a loan. We all know it. You don't have to say it. We know it. Jake Hall right there in 8th. Having a good time here tonight. Hopefully you are too. We see a battle here for 6th place. Clemson themed, patriotic schemed 98 Ford Mustang Dark Horse. Good long green flag run, and your new leader and biggest mover, Ryan Robertson at Freedom United Motorsports 66 Valvoline machine. Toyota has 4 in the top 10 currently, 4 Chevrolets in the top 10, and then 2 Fords of Jake Hall and Devin Lucan representing. Ryan Robertson, Chris Parkman, Jake Hall, Parrot Huggins, and Devin Lucan. Your top 5 with Brad Gutierrez, Matthew Weeks, Cody Johnson, Alex Tilley, and Keaton Austin Salyers rounding out your top 10. Again, looks like roughly from about 15th on back, it's a dogfight. Edge of your seat, white knuckle grip. Let's go back here and ride along with Matt Albert, who had a rough start, but it seemed to be rebounding well, currently running in 17th. Again, Matt Albert starting in 30th. Now working his way up to 15th. But it looks like the 20 was just all over the back end of him. Able to fight him off. We're going to keep it right here for the moment. Looks like outside is the line to half. Currently, that is the bee's knees. Jonathan Bonilla all over the ass end of the 48. Hogan trying to shoot the gap, make it 3 wide, and he does. Clears the 48. That was a tense moment, at least for me. My butt cheeks clenched. I don't know about you. But that was hairy. And I'm not talking about my butt cheeks. Why are we talking about cheeks? I just didn't know how we got on that subject. It's really weird that you asked me about it. See what I did there. Moving on. DeWalt having to deal with the 31 of Jonathan Bonilla, and I'm not talking about Bobby Bonilla. Hopefully he's related and getting some of that Bobby Bonilla money. But if not, he does have a definitely a cool name. And the Mike Skinner 31 representation. I love that. I love it. Chris Parkman now your new leader in that 15 machine, looking lean. That is a beautiful car. Beautiful car. And he is already better than Michael Waltrip. Getting close to halfway complete. Good long green flag run will most certainly bring fuel strategy into play. Knock on wood. Let's go further back and see who's here and who is not. Paul Wilkins, Matt Maglia has certainly dropped off, as well as Zachary Taylor. Not sure why that is. But right here, currently, you're watching Paul Wilkins running around in 33rd. Maglia just in front of him. I believe all in the lead lap yet. Only a few that are not. Right along here with Floyd Stewart in the number 97 NOS Chevrolet Camaro. Working against Jonathan Evans. This is a battle for 22nd. Again, a lot of guys in the top 10 without their first win of the year. Let's talk about the guy who started in 31st. The number 28 car of Skyler Comstock. You get a good shot of him. His representation of the American flag. The American dream. God bless America. We're right on board with Mr. America, Skyler Comstock. I don't know if he's campaigning for mayor or, city council board member, but he's got my vote. Go get him, Skyler Comstock. Chris Parkman, Ryan Robertson, Brad Gutierrez, Jake Hall, and Sean Anderson in your top 5. With Devin Luke and Perrin Huggins, Matthew Weeks, Skyler Comstock, Colby Hogan, and Perrin Huggins rounding out your top 10. Perrin Huggins dropping. Looks like he is going to pit. Ooh, this is my jam. I got to turn it up. Yeah. Time for a loose and loud, courtesy of Freedom United Motorsports. Bringing you back in, 89 of 200 complete. Hopefully you're having a great evening, as I am. $90 of 200. We are almost halfway. Chris Parkman, your leader, with a 3-second lead and growing over Brad Gutierrez, Sean Anderson, Ryan Robertson, and Colby Hogan. Fighting for dear life for 5th over Skylar Comstock, Jake Hall, Matthew Weeks, Trey Holmes, and Michael DeWalt. Again, some of these guys have pitted. Pit cycles are happening. Things are definitely in tow right now. Again, like I said, we are in the middle of May. We are heating up in the middle of spring. Just over a third of the way of the season complete. And again, we have a lot more left in the tank, all the way to November 1st in Las Vegas, being the 2024 Gears Presents the finale. As you're looking at Colby Hogan holding down 5th. A couple guys a lap down. Looks like Cody Johnson being one of those. Again, strategically pitting. Again, a lot of it that I can appreciate. Again, we pride ourselves on good racecraft. Again, pit strategy, you have to have a little bit of that in order to be able to hang here. Because of not having the stages, it makes it a little bit harder to balance. If you're not used to that, it is something that you will get used to. Looks like Gutierrez and Anderson battling for second right now. Ryan Robertson right there again, biggest mover of the night. And I stand corrected, Jake Hall in seventh, the biggest mover of the night. And the guy that I would like to see more of, that 98 machine, Clemson Ride. Very talented, almost rear-ended Mr. America, Skylar Comstock, but was able to avoid that and puts himself in the top 5. Again, love to see green flag pit stops. It makes it much, much more interesting. Matt Albert now moving into 9th, started 30th. Barely scraping the wall. And two-time Gears Cup Series winner, apparently. I don't know if you should put that out there. And you know, each to their own. Love you, Matt. Looks like he is going to fall off, and Pitt will follow along with Mike DeWalt now, bumping himself up into 3rd. Matthew Weeks, your new leader. Trey Holmes, which a couple weeks ago having a hell of a time. Maybe a month ago, I don't know. My memory is shit. Had a great performance, and, in my opinion, taken away. But nevertheless, he is your leader right now. And handling his business in the pitch black Mountain Dew 25 Chevrolet. Again, we've only had a few cautions here tonight. Everybody has done a wonderful job. In terms of keeping it under control. The crashes that we have had, hasn't collected numerous amounts of people, and in doing so has provided great racing across the board. We have gotten stretched out. Looks like about a 4-second lead separates Trey Holmes and big man Kyle Munson. Munson, a new addition to the admin team here at Gears, and has done a great job as far as his contribution. Kyle Munson now your leader with Trey Holmes hitting the pits. Stephen Gurley Jr. as well pitting. Cody Johnson, Perrin Huggins going to take those spots over. Johnson about 18 seconds back of Munson. And it looks like we have our 4th caution of the evening. Not sure who that was on either. See what we can find out. See what we can find. And I'm not sure where it happened. I'm gonna look around like I have epilepsy. But I'm assuming it happened right here. And I don't like to assume. Not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. We'll have to double back. But nevertheless, Cody Johnson is going to be your leader. Unfortunately, I don't have an engineer. I'm a one-man show. No excuse, but it'd be hard to hunt that down. So if we can find it here later, we'll double back and see if we can. But we're going to move forward. Anybody out there in the land of the chat, good evening. Hopefully you're having a good time enjoying this. Again, 2 weeks from now will be the next broadcast at Talladega for the Horseboat 250. Brayton Laster, ARCA driver, pizza man, good friend of the program, will be sponsoring here, and hopefully if we can get him here live in 2 weeks, that would be fantastico, but not guaranteed. So we'll find out. But obviously something we will have to check into here down the road. Still here enjoying adult beverages. You guys got a fire going on, Liberty? Gotta know that. I know in the land of which you live, hopefully you can have a little bonfire or something. Enjoy it while you can. Beautiful weather. Again, middle of May. April showers bring May flowers, and it definitely has done that. Yeah, I hope to have the fire, have the grill on this weekend. As Aiden Lunn is out here near the front, but I don't think that's correct, is it? Let's find out together. Yeah, he's going to get the reach around. I mean, wave around. He's going to get the wave around. Aiden Lunn is. I love that car. The car is so classic. Burning up an old swing set. That is amazing. Sounds like something I would do, that I want to do. Just seen, the swing set we have is just seen it stays. Could use a new one. He's going to get his wave around. Get a lap back, but Chris Parkman and Sean Anderson going to lead us off with Trey Holmes and Jonathan Bonilla in row 2. Row 3 is going to be Kyle Munson and Alex Tilley, with row 4 being Brad Gutierrez and Alex Tilley. Skylar Comstock, Skylar Comstock and Josh Cole, and then Cody Johnson rounding out your top 10. Reach arounds are a real pain in the You bet it. Yeah, you bet it is. Especially if you got tiny little arms, you know. Girls got tiny little arms and just doesn't work out well. All right, going back to Green Flag Racing. Here we go. Green, green, green. for the Gears Cup Series as a Coke 300. Parkman doing a good job. And back at it. Again, this is what we live for here. The Gears Racing League Friday nights. Everything is all right. I'm glad you make it part of your program. Your adult programming, enjoying the evening. Parkman, Anderson, Holmes, Bonilla, and Brad Gutierrez with Alex Tilley, Skyler Comstock, Cody Johnson, Kyle Munson, and Josh Cole rounding out your top 10. Let's ride along board with your 10th place driver, Josh Cole, who is on the edge of his seat, holding on for dear life. And that is for position against the 08. Looks like the 26 is to the inside. And that is his teammate of Jonathan Evans. Let's see how that works out with Perrin Huggins watching immediately behind him. Huggins, one of the best drivers in this series. Definitely feeling a challenge here tonight from the rest of the crowd. Kyle Munson hanging around here as well, looking good. And hanging out in the neighborhood of 12th place. Just outside the top 10. Mr. America, Skyler Comstock in 5th currently. Watching the side-by-side action between Brad Gutierrez and Jonathan Bonilla. Again, if you're just joining us, we have a patriotic theme here tonight. A lot of red, white, and blue in honor of Memorial Day coming up here soon. Being a Charlotte is usually that race for those kind of designs, we have adopted that as well. Again, tonight's race, the podium finishers, first place winning 30 USD, second with 20 USD, and 10 USD for third, courtesy of Freedom United Motorsports. Again, follow them on all their socials, show them some love. We are just over halfway finished with this race. Freedom United supporting the Gears Racing League, and most importantly, the Gears Cup Series. Again, if you just heard about us or living under a rock, we actually have a new series coming out on Monday nights starting in June. First Monday in June at Daytona. We call it the Gears Sprocket Series. I, unfortunately, have been nominated to be the admin of that league and will be present on Monday nights. We'll be giving you my POV. Same rules apply. Besides the point of, as far as an I rating cap, we have that there. This is designed specifically for drivers who just need a little bit more seat time. Not currently running in 20th in points as of Talladega. If you're outside the top 20, you're definitely eligible. And a 2,500, I believe, I rating cap, just to keep things competitive for that series. Again, I will be bringing you my dash cam because I will be competing in that series. Wanted to compete for a minute here at Gears. Finally getting that opportunity outside of broadcasting. We're going to look into having it broadcasted. It will be hosted on this channel, but we might have a newcomer host those races. New leader out here currently, Sean Anderson with Chris Parkman, Brad Gutierrez, Jonathan Evans, and Alex Tilley rounding out your top 5. Cody Johnson, Perrin Huggins, Josh Cole, Skyler Comstock, and Jonathan Bonilla rounding out your top 10. Biggest mover so far of the night at this moment is Kyle Munson of that 40 machine. The orange and black Chevrolet, that 40 car that you see on the inside with Trey Holmes in the 25 all over the back end of. Racing side by side with the 31 of Jonathan Bonilla, Floyd Stewart right there as well. It is getting hot and heavy. Right here, 3 wide. Stewart tossing it in the old barrel. As we'll keep you posted here, as Munson is holding down 10th, but barely. And that's no discredit to him. That's just how competitive everybody else is behind him. And then you thought this would be a battle for the lead. This is a battle for 10th. Up front here we have Sean Anderson out to a good-sized lead. Sean Anderson, your winner a few weeks ago. Sean Anderson being the winner of Kansas on April 12th for the Munson 200. Out in front again, Chris Parkman getting a win a week later at Bristol for the Brandon's Brittle 250. So 2 winners right there. And then Brad Gutierrez, who won a race but had it taken away due to a penalty, looking for his first legit win of the season. Giving that Gutierrez Rodriguez Racing a stamp of validity here in the league. Again, they've made themselves known. They are prominent in this series. I love this racing team. The spark that they give us is quite impenetrable. Again, Brad Gutierrez, Yahir Rodriguez, I do not see him in the field tonight. But that team is just a team ready just to go elite over here. Again, Sean Anderson, your leader, has about a half-second lead over Chris Parkman, Brad Gutierrez, Jonathan Evans, and Cody Johnson. Perrin Huggins, Josh Cole, Skylar Comstock, Alex Tilley, and Trey Holmes rounding out your top 10. Right on board with the 25 of Trey Holmes. A little bit off the field, about a second off the pace of the rest of the group in front of him. Colby Hogan challenging on the outside. Looks like he's going to get it for the moment. That is a beautiful 20 car. Besides a toilet on the bumper, I don't know what the hell that's all about. That's all right. Hogan now holding down 10th, taking it away from Trey Holmes. And here is the battle for second and third between Jonathan Evans and Brad Gutierrez. Evans going to take that position away. Huggins now breaking through into the top 5 on their pursuit back to the front. Cole doing a good job as well, running around in 7th place. That is a very sharp looking 22 machine. crossing the line now for lap 124 of 200. Getting closer to the end. And the Coke 300, one of the longest races we have on the schedule. For these drivers, it doesn't take a lot for these guys. You know, some of these guys do the NIS races, and if you're not familiar with those, it's those races that, you know, they do links like this, and they understand how the car does on a long run, especially with pit strategy. With maybe they take 2 tires at the end. That is a real possibility. But again, it's whatever their, you know, whatever the driver and their crew chief decide upon. You ask yourself, do these guys have crew chiefs or spotters? You bet you they do. Not all of them, but some of them do. Right on board with Josh Cole, see what the hell he's up to on the 22. 213 somewhere. Race machine. Big Toyota Cam. Closing on that back bumper of the 84 of Brad Gutierrez, trying to take away 5th position. Josh Cole having a good run here so far here tonight. Gutierrez looks like he's just going to give it away for the moment. Or is he? Look at that battle, side by side. That Club Wyndham 84. Trying to pop, lock, and drop it, but can't do it. Josh Cole takes it over, closes the door, and takes 5th place away. Parent Huggins now all over the 26 of Jonathan Evans. Both guys started on the front row doing the 77 car, getting an EOL, having to start at the rear of the field. As this field is slowly but surely gaining on the leader, Sean Anderson. Again, good green flag run here so far. Skylar Comstock, Kobe Hogan, and Alex Tilley. Battle here for 8th position. Anderson pitting right now. Looks like Brandon Meyer as well, as he will drop off and Chris Parkman will assume the lead. He has started in 7th, now up into the lead and doing a damn good job. Again, that 15 car stealing a win at Bristol. He deserved it 100%. But Trey Holmes, Peyton Hall, that'll be embedded in my memory for a minute. With the 2 of those getting into it. Oh, we've got action. It looks like who is dead over there? Somebody is down and out, and I need to know who the hell that is. Travis Strode, and let's see if there's a caution for that. I'm not sure if there is. Oh, there is. Looks like it's a bit delayed, but let's see what happened here. Looks like Strode pitting, coming back out. Oh, loses it. And puts Pugliese into a coma-like state. That definitely will end the 55's night, who, in part, had nothing to do with that. That is unfortunate for Christopher Pugliese. His night looks like damn near ending early. He just loses it and right hooks it into the wall, taking the 55 winner with him, saying night-night, as he goes off and almost taps that wall. Yeah, he's going to get towed, and off he goes, but the caution flag comes out. See where he's end up. Looks like he is going to pit. Aaron Huggins in the pit box as well. We look down the way of everybody pitting here on pit road. Fifth caution of the evening. Let's see who gets off the line first and gets down. Evans going to come off the line here first. Aaron Huggins behind him, and they're going to be in the front row yet again. Again, that is unfortunate for Travis Stroney. Let's see if we can get a chat with him. I'm sure he probably doesn't want to talk to me. But let's find out live together, shall we? Travis, do I have a copy?
Oh my God.
What the hell happened?
I don't even know. That's just embarrassing. I'm looking at it now. I'm parking myself for the race. It's just embarrassing.
Well, you know, it's embarrassing, but not anything you could control at that point as far as how that goes.
Yeah,
Again, just right hooked it.
Watching it back, the back end started to slide up the track, and I mean, if you look in the cockpit, just complete overcorrect, and then the tires finally caught, and I was just headed straight up the track.
It was amazing. It was simply stunning. I don't know how you could have done it any better.
I felt so bad. I've already apologized to Smokey like 3 times, and I'm gonna make it known here on the pod here on the stream. I am so sorry, Smokey. He was having such a good run, and
Let's bring it in. Let's bring him in. Let's see. Let's bang this out right now, shall we?
Murdered him.
Let's bring it in. Pugliese, do I got a copy?
Yes.
55, Christopher Pugliese, you are live here, the Coke 300 here on Casa de la Horseball. Welcome to the program. I have Travis Stroney here. We're going to, under caution, we're going to break this down here together. Stroney says he apologizes. Do you accept that?
Absolutely. It was absolutely an accident. I saw what happened. It was just kind of one of those things that the car was coming too fast off pit road, came out from under him, and I was the unfortunate
victim. Yeah, I'm so
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, definitely.
Brother,
Victim is putting it lightly. I don't know how I guess how else you could put it. 55 had nowhere to go, and Travis came in with no lube. So definitely unfortunate for the both of you. Are you guys both out of the race then?
I have 8 minutes required and 9 and 10 minutes of optional, so I would imagine that I might not make it back.
You want to know the messed up part? Is I
What's
only
that?
had 45 seconds of optional, no required.
That is amazing.
I am parking myself for the rest of the race.
Oh no, man.
So
I hit you head on, and it did engine damage, and that's the only reason why it was so much worse for me.
Yeah. Well,
No, keep racing, buddy. You have points to worry about.
No, I think I'll let this
I
one
came
go.
out for a good time, and I definitely had one. I had a good strategy going. I'll tell you
Yeah, I
that.
mean,
I was getting ready to come back.
You had a good run starting, and then
yeah, definitely.
I short pitted trying to get ahead of the game, praying that there was no caution, and then I'm the one that brings it out. So I think I screwed a lot of strategies here, but it's going to be fun to watch. So Tom, if you need somebody in the booth, I'm free for the next half an hour. Or
Yeah, I mean, go talk to your buddies and come back if you want. Yeah, you're more than welcome. I was going to keep you guys around because we're going back green flag racing here shortly. Jonathan Evans and Barrett Huggins is going to be in row 1. Row 2 is Josh Cole and Cody Johnson. Brad Gutierrez and Colby Hogan in row 3. Row 4 is Matthew Weeks and Chris Parkman and Trey Holmes and Bladen Edwards, rounding out your top 10. And here we go, back to green flag racing here on the Gears Cup Series and Casa de la Horsesboat. Again, I have the 2 people involved in that last wreck with me, the 55 of Christopher McLeese and the 21 of Travis Stroney. Again, both of you, thank you for joining the program. Glad we could work it out live on air, and a goal for Freedom United takes a hit. He is going to need a prayer because he was just sent to Jesus. Back it up here as we have our 6th caution of the night. Let's see how this transpired for Josh Cole. He did. That dreaded blue line is a bitch. Head on into the wall. Tried to keep it together. Oh, man. Taking out another fellow teammate of Ryan Robertson.
Oh my God!
Beautiful car.
3 of us down.
We're gonna have to get you guys all in here for the moment.
Oh
Here.
my God!
Give
3
me
Freedom
just-
United guys down in 5 laps.
The
Holy.
guys who sponsored the race are almost all out of the race, I do believe.
Tilly's alive.
Yeah, Cole ate shit to the outside wall and then just came down right into Ryan. Ryan had nowhere to go and nothing to do with it. Tilly's involved, but he was able to escape. He was able to escape. He got sideways, but he was able to survive. So, that being said, I'm going to bring a couple guys in here. I'm going to bring in your teammates.
Oh, man. I was hoping he was going to win this. I really was.
Josh was on a heater.
Josh
too.
Cole, 22, in the party with us now. Josh, how you feeling, man? Sorry to see you go like that.
Car just got loose coming out of 2, and Brad just had nowhere to go, so.
It's that goddamn blue line, man. It got Matt Albert earlier, and then got you. How you feeling?
I mean, I had a really good car. I think I had a top 5, possibly. It just sucked. I'm sitting in pit road right now with about a minute 30.
And I tried to get Ryan Robertson, but I would imagine he's a little upset, so I think he removed himself from our party. So I was going to try to get to talk to him as well. But do you think about, are you going to return?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm hoping to stay on the lead lap, get this thing fixed, and get back out there. I got a fast car tonight.
Right on. We'll let you get back after it. Thank you, Josh.
Appreciate it.
And that was Josh Cole, 22, part of that Freedom United Motorsports team. And Travis, I'm not sure if you communicate to Ryan Robertson. Just trying to get a little interview, but if he's upset, we totally get that.
Yeah, that's.
Cole.
I'd let him be.
Yeah, we're going to let him go do his
I'd let him
thing.
be. God, that sucks.
You have a good team. You guys have a really solid lineup.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything you guys have to be upset about besides just getting unfortunate. That blue line, man. I mean, it got Matt Albert earlier. Now it gets Josh. It's just an unfortunate turn of
Yeah,
events.
Josh had a strong car tonight. Ryan had a very strong car tonight. I think he was biggest mover at one point from 30-something to the lead. I had a terrible short run car, but in the long runs, it started to settle in, and I was gaining positions. And Tilly's always strong week in, week out.
Oh yeah.
It's just sad. Definitely was hoping for a good finish here with the sponsored race, and making us all look good. And I kicked it off, starting to look like a jackass, and Josh just got loose. I don't know if that was bad air or just, like you said, that blue line is a bitch. So
That blue line is indeed a bitch, and a big shout out to y'all. I have a drink in your guys' honor here. Thank you for supporting the stream and the Gears Racing League. Shout out to Freedom United for sponsoring tonight's race and events.
We love you, Tom, and we definitely love this league. We're putting our money where our mouth is. There's such great competition in this league, week in, week out, and it's something we look forward to every Friday. That's winning here feels like you're winning. I haven't experienced it, but I would imagine it feels like winning an actual NASCAR race.
It is a tough track. Liberty Bringer says Blue Line Blues, and we're gonna pin that to the chat here for now. I love that. It's like the Blues Brothers, but worse. I don't know if that's worse. Jonathan Evans and Perrin Huggins in row 1 gonna lead us back off with Cody Johnson and Brad Gutierrez in row 2. Matthew Weeks and Chris Parkman in row 3 with Bladen Edwards and Colby Hogan in row 4. Row 5 is going to be Mike DeWalt, and rounding out our top 10, number 5 of Connor Rowe. We have a lot to offer here. Again, 2 weeks from tonight will be the Horseboat 250 at Talladega. Brayton Laster, again, looks like sponsoring that race. And fellas, I know you both are veteran super speedway racers. I would imagine you guys will be up front here towards the end of that evening for sure.
It's a love-hate relationship. These guys are so aggressive. So you can expect a lot of free-wide racing. So there's definitely going to be some strategy talks. Oh, here we go, getting ready to go green.
Yes, we are. We are getting back to go green flag racing. Jonathan Evans and Perrin Huggins. Geico restart zone. Boom, boom. I should say zoom, zoom in the boom, boom. Back to green flag racing. Travis, what were you saying?
It's Talladega. There definitely need to be some strategy. Like we did for Daytona, we'll probably get in a Discord chat with all the other Toyotas and. Whoa!
A lot of movement through traffic.
But yeah, we're looking forward to it, and I'm glad you're sponsoring that. Well, I guess the pizza man is your name, right?
Yeah, I didn't know he was doing that. I was gonna do it, but he's like, I'm gonna do it. I'm like, all right. I love Brayton. He's a good dude. He's very busy this time of year.
Talked to him a couple times, but yeah, I'm sure it's hard to get a hold of him with his schedule.
Absolutely, he's a tough man to reach. But when you get Brayton Laster, you get the full effect. And that's what we love every time we get him. So, yeah,
Goofy. I love listening to him and you go back and forth on the booth.
Oh my God, he is a riot, dude. That guy made. You know me. I can't tell you how many spit takes I did during the first rendition when we did the finale last year together for the first time. I literally almost had a heart attack on stream. He was hilarious, dude. He's so funny. He's just so quick-witted. He's a young guy. He definitely has talent. I just wish he'd get a better car to compete with at the ARCA level, for sure.
Yeah, it's tough. Most of the time, money wins in this sport. And you ain't got the money, you're just out there.
Absolutely.
Oh, 3 wide off of
3 wide. Fuller saying, I don't care what lap I'm on. I'm going to run like I am out in front with that U.S. Army-sponsored 24 machine again, taking a sabbatical from Rocket Racing with military, possibly related duties. Big shout out as he is active in the military.
Love our vets. Love our active duty.
Jonathan Evans, Cody Johnson, Matthew Weeks, Perrin Huggins, and Bladen Edwards are top 5. With Brad Gutierrez, Chris Parkman, Sean Anderson, Mike DeWalt, and Justin Vandemarel rounding out your top 10.
Tom, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
What's your favorite USA scheme for this race?
If I'm being completely honest, I'm old school, so I hate to throw my age out there, but I'm an older guy. I'm nearly 40. I love Chris Parkman's 15.
The wall trip screen.
Yeah.
I already knew you were going to say
Yeah. It is. It really is. It's a throwback. I don't know if he made it or if he got it off of Trading Paints. Either way, it pops. A notable, I think, second for me. It's an Adrenaline Motorsports team. They make a sharp car almost every week. I really like what they bring to the table as well. So I mean, the one. If I had to pick between your guys' cars, it's a close one.
All day.
Yeah, I have to go with the Valvoline, man.
The
I mean,
Valvoline.
that pulls at my heartstrings of the days of Mark Martin and even the days of the 10-car Pontiac with Steve Parks. So it really. I know I'm reaching deep into the bag there. But that
I thought you were
really
going to say
speaks to
Johnny
me.
Benson.
Well, Johnny Benson and Steve Park. So I mean,
Yeah.
maybe I'm just drunk. Maybe I meant Johnny. Yeah, I meant Johnny Benson,
You meant Johnny
but I
Benson.
said Steve Park.
was a
Steve
one.
Park, the one of the Pennzoil with
Yeah.
Dale Earnhardt Motorsports.
Yes.
DEI. Yeah, DEI. Thank
Cody
you for
Johnson.
correcting me there. Cody Johnson moving out in front. Again, the guy who just made his 2024 debut, the 56 of Matthew Weeks, prominent front runner in the 2023 season, making his debut tonight in 2024. Up in the third place, started 18th, a big mover in tonight's festivities, but the biggest mover so far is the 5-car Old Spice machine of Connor Rowe. Too cheap to pay for a new scheme, but still running that Old Spice and having a good run here at ninth.
Oh, God. I am checking on. Tilly is out of the race. Cole, I believe, is the only Freedom United car running.
He's doing good.
Josh Cole keeping it together, running around in 17th, but making a push towards the front. Has to get after Mr. America, Skylar Comstock. He's got a couple cars in his path, but not inevitable, or not impossible, I should say. I don't know my words anymore during this point in the evening, almost 10 o'clock on the eastern seaboard.
I need to get on your level. I'll be right back.
Yeah, sounds great. Well, at least I know you can get there as well.
Oh yeah. Oh
Johnson.
yeah. I've been.
What do we got here? It's getting hot and heavy as we move along. Again, 3/4 of the way home. And having a fun time doing it. Your front runners, Cody Johnson. Yeah, no kidding. Cody Johnson, Matthew Weeks, Jonathan Evans, Perrin Huggins, and Sean Anderson, your top 5, with Brad Gutierrez, Mike DeWalt, Clayton Edwards, Justin Vandermerel, and Connor Rowe rounding out your top 10. Gimple Gleese, I know you guys got Freaky Diggy Sunday night. Last regular season at Indy. How do you feel about that in those ARCA cars?
Oh man, that's my that track's my bread and butter. I can't wait. I have something to show everybody, so and I'm hoping I have a really good finish there. You know, as soon as it hit ARCA, I went out there and I ran a couple of races, and it was pulled the check at least twice. So I feel good.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Big pack of cars here from 5th on back as we are watching that live currently. Gutierrez and Anderson battling it out for 4th.
That looks messy, Tom.
Definitely does. Definitely does.
Gotta say, I do love that 9 car. What is it?
Yeah, the 9 car is looking sharp. That Napa red, white, and blue trying to get to victory lane, working with his teammate Connor Rowe right now. Looks like in 9th place as that 9 car will ride on board. Oh, we got banging doors between Clayton Edwards and Nathan Fuller. Fuller not probably having the night he was hoping for, but he definitely missed the start as far as gridding up. To the inside he goes, trying to get over Blaine Edwards. Not going to get it this time. But a lot of good battles here, and up front is just as heavy. Matthew Weeks, that Toyota Camry, in an orgy of Chevrolets, running around in second place.
Chevys are fast. So fast. But the newbie, man, he's making his name. So you said he was a 2023 runner, and this is his first race in 2024?
Who, Matthew Weeks?
Weeks, yes.
Liberty Bringer says, I feel a crash coming. Spidey senses be tingling. I don't know. These guys are pretty good. But, yeah, I can see it right here between Fuller, Colby Hogan, Trey Holmes. And, yeah, Hogan giving Fuller the bump, giving him the business. Asking him if he has a cash settlement, and he needs cash now.
Call J.G. Wentworth. 877 cash.
I knew I would trigger one of you.
Yeah.
3 wide, Hogan, Vandermerel, and Fuller takes Hogan to the cleaners.
Oh, boy.
Maglia involved, and we just saw that live.
That was nasty.
Those cheeks be a clapping. 877 cash now, says Liberty Bringer. Getting text from my wife, probably to...
Be quiet.
Oh. Oh, Hogan Vandermerel getting involved. Oh my God, she just sent me something that I don't know what it is. But I'm going to tell her I want to see it. She's going to wear this to the wedding. I'm down. I am down. My wife will learn someday not to send me stuff while I'm on stream because I will read it out loud. Cody Johnson, Matthew Weeks, Perrin Huggins, Jonathan Evans, and Brad Gutierrez in your top 5. Sean Anderson, Blaine Edwards, Mike DeWalt, Connor Rowe, and Trey Holmes, your top 10. We are going to go down pit lane with the fellas. Hope you're having a good night again. I'm going to grab another beverage. I have probably half a bottle of this salty caramel Old Smoky Moonshine in the bank. Travis, what are you sipping on? We got to know.
Just some Miller Lite, Tom. And I had to get on your level, so I grabbed 3 of them from the fridge, and I'm already down 1.5. So
yeah, you probably slammed the other one. Pugliese, you drinking anything, my friend?
No, I stopped a little earlier before we started racing. I get a little sloppy when I drink and drive.
Oh, there you go. You know, well, I mean, I'm self-conscious about my driving, so I always have to have a few drinks before I drive.
Oh, yeah, I'd come before the race.
Not in real life, of course. Not in real life, of course.
No. Virtual driving only.
Virtual driving, I do not promote.
I generally drink Yingling Flight, though. It's a nice low carb, so being a diabetic, got to find something.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I hear you there.
Got to be right in the slot in honor of Jim Leahy.
Jim Leahy, again, no longer with us, but if you watch the Trailer Park Boys, a wonderful, wonderful character that had the hearts and minds of America and Canada in harmony at one point in the early 2000s.
I'm drunk enough to know what I'm doing, but I'm sober enough to know what I'm doing. I'm drunk enough to enjoy doing it.
That's exactly right.
Big shout out to my wife. Got to give her a big props. She lets me do this shit on Friday nights.
Love the missus. Gotta shout out the missus.
We'll be married 11 years as of tomorrow.
Holy wow! Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
That's a long time.
Been around a minute. Been around this planet a few times with her. She's been great. Like I said, she lets me do this stuff, so I appreciate that. We've been together 14 years, 3 kids. A wonderful time to be alive.
Fantastic. Congratulations.
I know, Stroni, you got a kid, and Pugliese, I know you got a kid as well, at least one.
I got a couple.
Oh, you got
I
a
got
couple.
one.
So you guys,
She might as well be 2. She's a handful.
y'all know how kids go then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got a puke shower last night. Don't have kids.
Oof.
No, I
I
mean,
haven't got one of those in a while.
I would recommend to have kids if you can.
No,
if you
I
have the ability to do it, do it.
I highly recommend it.
But it's a trip, man. You learn as you go. That is definitely for sure.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It is an experience in itself.
As we are closing in on the conclusion of the Coke 300 again, 2 weeks from tonight will be the Horseboat 250 at Talladega Super Speedway. Pretty good so far. As content here tonight, Gears Cup Series has delivered.
Oh man, this TikTok is gonna be gross. That I'm gonna be making later.
Oh man.
It was fun while it lasted, though. Yeah.
Talladega will be I anticipate maybe like 50, 60 drivers showing up.
Oh, 100%.
It's going to be a lot. Like I said, we were talking in our admin meeting the other night of how many drivers we have. We have a lot. I don't know if you guys know.
A lot.
A lot. So, I mean, if they all showed up. And that's why we're offering the Sprocket Series as well. So some people can't make Friday nights, can make Monday nights. We're trying to make that available to them at least twice a month on Monday nights starting in early June.
Yeah, it's I'm looking forward to that. Well,
Are you going to run in that?
I was 15th in points, and it wasn't looking like I was going to be able to run in that. But now after tonight, I might have a shot in it.
Well, you never know.
You'll definitely see me.
That is all right. I'll be racing in it as well, offering my POV. But back to the task at hand. Cody Johnson and Sean Anderson going to lead us off with Matthew Weeks, Barron Huggins, Jonathan Evans, and Brad Gutierrez with Mike DeWalt and Clayton Edwards. Connor Rowe and Trey Holmes rounding out your top 10. And just outside of that is Skylar Comstock and Chris Parkman. Here we go, getting set to go back to green flag racing. Here we go. Johnson getting a jump of a lifetime. It's a bold strategy. Yeah, we'll see how that pays off for him.
Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Oh, slamming the wall in the back. That was pretty messed up. 028 machine of Stephen Gurley Jr. Unfortunately smacking the wall, but able to keep it straight and will keep it green.
Cody Johnson is just pulling away from the field.
And Johnson, last week's Tropicana 100 winner, looking to make it back-to-back if he can. Again, closing in on 30 laps to go. Again, Bladen Edwards, who wasn't supposed to make the race due to a travel confliction, is here, and lucky for him that he is, because he is just inside the top 5 battling. Trying to get a podium spot. Again, payouts for the podium tonight, $30 for the first place winner, $20 for the second, and $10 for third.
Crash on the backstretch. Crash.
Who do we got? Who do we got?
31 and the 22.
So Jonathan Bonilla
And Josh Cole.
and
Wait, is it
Josh
Cole.
Cole.
Or is it fake Josh Cole?
No, it's Josh.
Oh, it's the real Josh Cole. Looks like Bonilla right hooked him coming off a 2. Front end hit the wall and sent Cole packing. Not a hard hit into the wall, but enough that he's probably going to have damage.
Oh, I highly anticipate it.
We're not
Not a
going to
good
invite
night.
him back in here right now because I do not want to hear that.
Not a good night for FU Motorsports.
Again, having me along, or having along for the ride with me, backseating this race. Backseat driving, is that the correct term? 21 of Travis Stroney and the 55 of Christopher Pugliese. Thank you for joining the program.
Oh, thank you for having me, Tom.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
I know it's kind of unexpected. I wanted to put you like Maury style. We're trying to work out conflicts live here on, on the channel, and I'm glad it worked out okay. Nobody was mad at each other. So
No, I love Smokey. That felt so bad. Honestly,
Oh,
I
man.
could pick 5 other drivers that I wish
that
I
was
would've been.
ridiculous, dude. You right hooked in the wall. You're probably gonna get a penalty
Oh,
for
man.
that. You get
I
penalized.
parked myself. What do you mean? I shouldn't be penalized.
You're getting
Get no
penalized. I'm gonna
points
throw
for
the book
break.
at you in the review.
That's awesome.
I'm just kidding.
It's
I
like-
don't take
just
part in that.
horrible.
I don't take part in that. So
I mean, if any,
Just to
I don't
be
even
clear.
know what that would be. It's not lack of awareness. It's not aggressive driving. It's
Maybe car control. At worst.
maybe car
Yeah,
control,
I mean,
but
it
I
could
mean,
be.
we will figure that out. Ryman69, which is Ryan Robertson,
Ryan.
chat says throw the book at him. Yeah, dude, I will recommend that playfully on the admin side.
Ryan, get your ass in here. I know you're.
Yeah,
still
we
working
tried to
on it.
get you in for an interview and you abruptly left. Like you almost needed to collect your tears before you came back through. Have it have you regardless. Tears or no tears. We get inside 25 to go for the conclusion of the Coke 300. A good race here we have on tap. We have last week's winner, Cody Johnson, right out in front. 2024 debut for Matthew Weeks running in second. Sean Anderson winner this year as well in third. Jonathan Evans, who started on the front row, hanging around in fourth. Bladen Edwards hanging around as he started in ninth and now up to fifth, with Perrin Huggins right there as well in sixth. This is going to be a terrifyingly fun conclusion to this race. Again, and it's almost like, I don't know what I'm going to do next Friday night, having Friday night off, but
Yeah, that's gonna be weird.
I have to find something to do.
That's all those guys are going to Charlotte though next weekend, right?
Yeah, again, Gears employees, Gears drivers, Gears anybody who's anybody will be there. Again, be able to hang out, meet and greet Matt Albert, Keaton Salyers, Nate Williams, and Mike DeWalt. I think Tyler Curley's going to be on hand. A couple other fellas. Liberty Bringer says, we shall fight for democracy. I think he's talking about Helldivers. Travis and Chris. I know, Chris, you've got the game. Travis, do you have Helldivers?
No, not yet. And you know,
Yet?
my brother has been bugging me to get that game, so you're not the only one.
It's either that or
I can't
Undisputed.
believe Coles hasn't been bugging you to try and get it too.
I think he said something a couple weeks
It's
ago.
fun.
that
It really
I am-
is.
I'm behind the curve on it. I've been stuck on this slapshot hockey game that Tom.
I brought that up earlier on the broadcast. Yeah, Slapshot is, Chris,
Isn't
if
that
you've never
free?
played that, it's free.
It's free
Yeah.
to play. Yeah,
It's
free
free
to play.
and it's
I
a
keep
great
seeing
time.
You guys play it. I'm probably gonna download it.
Yeah, get
It
it.
is
We
fun.
might play that after the race, to be honest, because that's kind of where I'm at.
Play that. We're gonna play that.
I have to put myself to bed early tonight. I am running the Nürburgring 24, and we are starting at 8 a.m. So.
Yikes. Sucks to be you, but I totally get it. That's
Oh,
a
I'm
fun,
excited.
if I
It's
could,
gonna
if,
be.
That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah,
I'd love
that
to
should
play
be
yeah.
fun. Liberty Bringer says, not really in the sports games. Yeah, I'm not sure about that either. Like, I love sports games, to be honest, but Slapshot is unique. I don't know. I
It's
enjoy the
very
game.
unique.
I
It's
enjoy
not
it.
your typical hockey game.
No.
It's,
Cody Johnson and Matthew Weeks going to be in your front row with Sean Anderson, Jonathan Evans in row 2. Row 3 is going to be Perrin Huggins and Jonathan Evans in row 2. Row 3 is Bladen Edwards and Perrin Huggins. Row 4, Brad Gutierrez and Mike DeWalt. And then row 5, Chris Parkman and Trey Holmes.
slim field here. Oh no, we still got.
No,
another
we
car
have
out there.
a good a good amount of cars. Old Smoky hitting me well here late into this race. Cody Johnson trying to make it back to back with that 08 machine. Again, big supporter of the channel. We're going to stay on board with him as we restart with Coke 300 in the conclusion. Let's see how he does. There he goes, leads us off, and we are back to green flag.
Backed up.
Yeah, outside line did not go. Next time by, we will have 17 laps for the conclusion of this race and plenty of action yet on the horizon. And we have it right here.
Oh, me. Oh, my.
A
Holy
lot of
shit.
good cars.
Make it through,
Oh
make it
my,
through.
they're piling up.
That is a menage a trois of pain. Bukaki.
A lot of Arca brake there. Well, Tom, I think now we're going to have a thinner field.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think you called it
no.
prematurely as
think
I was
might have.
choking. Let's see what started this here up front. Matthew Weeks. See what we got. See it in real time. Evans gave Weeks a little love tap. And that's what started it all. Wooten. And actually, for what it's worth, wasn't as bad as it seems. Was it bad? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Connor Rowe eating shit on the outside wall, getting taken for a ride.
Well, I can tell you, Tom, listening to the Radioactive, these guys are not happy.
Well, I mean, you know, it's racing. Shit's going to happen, right?
Oh, yeah.
Facts.
Liberty Bringer
Hard
says, OMG. It's going to happen. I mean, you got to expect it, especially late in a race like this. There's a lot on the line, points, money. And you're the winner of the Coke 300. That's one of our biggest races of the year besides Daytona. And the race in 2 weeks. Inevitably, the championship. So, it's a lot. Looks like Glockner getting the wave around that 10 car. There's a lot on the line, and I understand the passion. And that's what I call it. I call it passion.
It's a good word for it.
People
I
get
agree.
pissed. It's going to happen. And I think a lot of people, especially the younger guys in this league, they don't understand how passion works or respect for another driver. Sometimes it gets all convoluted and kind of a big ball of shit. You know what I mean? So it just comes with learning who you're racing with and what you're willing to do late in the race. Some drivers are willing to put you around. Some drivers are not. It all depends on who you're racing around with and if you've made friends with them or not. Honestly, a lot of room that's given within drivers in this league is because they respect each other. Some people don't, and you can definitely tell between the ones that do and the ones who don't. M-Hug 10 cents. It only happens if people drive like dumbasses. People drive like dumbasses all the time. You can say that in hosted or officials. League races, you would hope that it would be the least amount of dumbasses racing together. Or at least if they are dumbasses, they have a little bit of respect for each other and understand, like, okay, this guy's going to do this in this situation. I've raced with him, late last year into this year. I kind of know what he does. And I think if you're a smart driver, you kind of understand these guys' tendencies and what they like to do. And if you don't, you're really not doing your homework.
Yeah, or just not racing consistently.
Absolutely.
I can tell you there's quite a few drivers that I don't like to be around in this league, but there's a lot of guys that I do respect and know that, we can race well together, and I don't know how to say this.
You got to have a lot of good give and take. Am I right? I mean,
Yeah, no, 100%.
not running each other over, I think, is probably one of the biggest struggles a league can have is drivers understanding each other and knowing, like, okay, this guy's going to be kind of a back marker for this track. He seems slow in practice. He's going to probably let me by 9 times out of 10. And you just have to understand who you're working with, and consistently over the weeks, if you show up, you kind of understand that. And I think over time it is beneficial to you, especially in situations where it's tense, closing laps of a race. You understand the person that might be in front of you. But odds are that, shit goes out the window with 10 to go.
100%.
Always.
100%. And I'm going to shout out my wife because she just brought me an ice cream bar, and it is hitting every spot possible.
Oh, that's hot.
I love it.
Every
I love
spot
it.
possible.
Mine rolled me a nice fat blunt. I can't complain. Life is pretty good, man. Good old
Oh,
Smokey.
man. If it was only legal in the state of Wisconsin. Cody
It is
Johnson and
Michigan.
Sean Anderson in row 1 with Blaine Edwards and Brad Gutierrez in row 2. Trey Holmes and Jonathan Evans in row 3. Row 4, we have Chris Parkman and Paul Wilkins. In row 5, and rounding out our top 10 is going to be Kyle Munson and Devin Lucan. Again, if you guys were following along, Devin Lucan got into some trouble earlier and able to get out of it. And in the top 10, Liberty says, mine has been giving me shit all night. Well, you know, it happens. Ryan says,
yeah.
Tom, have you mentioned the new series starting next month? That will be great. I have mentioned the Sprocket series, and that is starting the first Monday of June. It's going to be
I
hot.
will have a really nice car out there, and if that's what you're gonna run is the one I'm building for you,
Yeah,
have
that
something
is.
really special too. Okay, well I
Yeah.
got your back, bro. This is gonna be
That's
something
awesome.
special.
Pugliese taking on a couple projects to design my cars for this upcoming season. I'm definitely excited to see the conclusion of that. But here we go. Gears Cup Series Coke 300 action. Cody Johnson, Sean Anderson, good friends, now rivals as we get to the Geico restart zone and back to Green Flag Racing. Liberty says, and I brought her home steak for dinner. Such bullshit. Yeah, you know, sometimes you just can't win.
Now, marriage is just like racing. There's a lot of give and take there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. 23 laps to go before the end of this one, and it is. There's a lot of good give and take. You know, nobody's relationship is ever perfect by any means. But, you know, as long as you got good give and take and try to understand each other, I think it goes pretty damn well.
Amen.
Johnson, Edwards, Anderson, Gutierrez, and Holmes in your top 5. Jonathan Evans, Chris Parkman, Devin Lucan, Paul Wilkins, and Jake Hall rounding out your top 10. If I am mistaken, I think the 98 of Jake Hall won our Daytona race here this season. First official points race of the year. Making a run for the top 10. Paul Wilkins, it's morning time where he lives. And he's running and fighting for a top 10 position. The Shine, give him a shout out, give him a follow. He is one of my favorite guys in this league. Has one of the coolest logos in the league. He deserves all the follows you can give him. So give him a shout out. One more time before this race is over, 21 laps to go. That is the number of our friend here, Travis Stroney, throughout Freedom United Motorsports and their socials, so you get in contact with them, get in touch if you're interested in being a part of that, or just wanting to fanboy it and get a part of what they're doing in every league that they're a part of. Freedom United Motorsports, there are their socials with Facebook, Instagram, Twitter /X, or whatever the fuck Elon Musk calls it.
Yeah, no, these guys
There
are
for you.
phenomenal drivers. I've been racing around them in more than one league, and always with respect. Hard racing, but with respect.
Absolutely, absolutely. Guys that we would endorse in the Gears Racing League, 10 times out of 10. All 4 of their drivers very well. Race, I don't know. I can't even speak English anymore. I usually say that once a week. Holmes getting a little loose. The guys that we would endorse as far as being good drivers, if you needed a referral, like you fucking need it. I don't know. Mike's going to yell at me with the F-bomb, but I don't care. We get ready, 19 laps to go, 18 laps to go across the line. Cody Johnson trying to go back-to-back for the Tropicana 100 and the Coke 300. Can he do it? Who the hell knows? Blaine Edwards right there as well. In the 75 machine, about 0.3 seconds back of the leader, Sean Anderson, with Jeffrey Rudick all over his car like a stripper at a nightclub with a fat guy. Good wrap for the 13. And then Brad Gutierrez in the 84. What is that? What the hell is that? Wyndham? Wyndham. Club Wyndham.
Yeah, the Jimmy Johnson scheme.
Like Club Grinder. I don't know. I don't get it. Dre Holmes, pitch black.
Dicey mid-pack.
It is getting hot and heavy mid-pack, as Travis Stroney describes it. in great detail. Look at that, Colby Hogan with no front end,
No front
as
end,
well as
left
Connor
front
Rowe.
down.
Keaton Salyers, no front end, and getting out of the way.
Oh,
You
that's
know a
it.
liability when you see one. Battle for 13th. Looks like between Floyd Stewart and Mike DeWalt. Mike DeWalt having bigger fish to fry ahead of him. Josh Cole, Perrin Huggins, and the gang. He's trying to fight for a top 10 of closing stages as we get close to 16 laps to go. And you have Cody Johnson, Blaine Edwards, Sean Anderson, Brad Gutierrez, and Trey Holmes, your top 5. With Jonathan Evans, Chris Parkman, Devin Lucan, Kyle Munson, and Perrin Huggins, P. Huggies, rounding out your top 10. Jake Hall. Yeah, that's getting hot and heavy over there. Again, we'll let you know if anything happens here near the front. But everything is good to go so far.
Ooh, the goat's running out of patience.
P. Huggies trying to find a way around Kyle Munson. Kyle Munson trying to lay the block. Like Mike Allstott on the goal line for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. P. Huggies in that Cheddar's 8 machine trying to crack that 9th place spot. Trying to get around that orange and black of Kyle Munson. Right on board with P. Huggies for just a moment.
Now, I know we're 12 laps away, but late caution here. I'm wondering who's got tires.
Yeah, that is definitely interesting. I think with 6 tire sets, you should have enough. But, you never know. Right, exactly.
I was honestly saving tires for the long run, hoping for it.
Me too. I was saving the set. I think at that last caution where I just completely lost it, I still had 3 sets left.
I was going to say I had either 3 or 4 sets. I was just kind of trying to stay out as long as I could on tires.
Yeah, I think I almost. Because I think
Wow.
I only got about 45 laps.
You guys may want to take a look at the battle between Perrin Huggins, Kyle Munson, Josh Cole, and Mike DeWalt. This is all for 9th place. This is hot and heavy with 11 laps to go. DeWalt, a bystander to the action. Kind of the voyeur between the hot menage a trois that's about to happen between a Toyota Camry and 2 Chevrolet Camaros.
Look at J. Cole sticking in this race.
Yeah, with the amount of trouble he's been
he
in
is.
recently, he is
Yes,
still
he
on the lead
is.
lap,
Oh.
cracking the top 10 for Freedom United. One of the lone, I believe the lone runner
The lone,
left in this competition for the Coke 300. Top 10 would be huge for them here tonight and the 22T.
Shout out to Smokey for designing that 22 car.
Beautiful car.
Thank you. Cole's always helped me out, so I don't mind helping him out with cars.
Hey, if
Cole's
you're
always
good
been
at
a
car
good guy.
design, you're just good at car design. That's all there is to it.
It's fun.
1% designs, man. 1% designs.
9 laps to go. Cody Johnson, Bladen Edwards, Sean Anderson, Brad Gutierrez, and Trey Holmes rounding out your top 5. Keaton Salyers, a liability, just out in front of Cody Johnson and the gang. Gonna go high, let him ride by. Oh, Bladen. Almost in the rear end of that 19, but holding him off. But Sean Anderson ready to pounce. We're going to hang out here in front because we have a fatal 4-way happening right now. Right on board with the 84 of Brad Gutierrez.
Those guys are coming for Cody right now. The battle for the positions. It's gonna get dicey here towards the end, I think. I would love to
Someday you'll
know.
see me up there.
Love to know what these guys are feeling in them tires right now. Because the way I was driving tonight, my left sides were disappearing faster than my rights.
They were hurting for a squirt.
They were hurting for a squirt, man.
Right
Right.
before-
So you rode home for show.
Let's
Right
talk
before
about
my first pit stop, man, I could feel my right front getting ready to go down. I was scared.
Well, that's I was talking. Like, if we were getting a late caution, towards the end here, would it be more beneficial to take lefts over rights, like as a two-tire stop?
Yeah, I mean, what do you're damned if you do, damned if you don't in that situation.
I know. Cody
5.
Johnson is pulling away again, but this battle for second is intense.
5 laps to go. Cody Johnson seems to be off on his own accord, doing his own thing right now. As Travis Shorty mentioned, battle for second heating up between Sean Anderson, Brad Gutierrez, and Blade Holt. We're going to keep it right here side by side between the 84 and the 75 for third. Again, Freedom United Motorsports offering 30 USD to the winner, 20 USD to second place, and 10 USD to third. So podium positions pay out this evening, and that's what these guys are running for. A lot besides points, a lot what they're running for, and that is what we're watching right now. This battle for third. Is Edwards going to put Gutierrez out? Because that's what it looks like here at the moment.
Oh, look. No, that's Trey Holmes.
That's Trey Holmes. Oh, we got action coming through the tri-oval. They're going to keep it together. 3 laps to go. Cody Johnson, your leader. We will tell you if that changes. Right now, here's a battle for third, and it seems to be kind of absurd. Brad Gutierrez is off and has created some distance between him and Trey Holmes. Trey Holmes kind of put himself in the picture between him and Blade and Edwards, and then he proceeds to hit the wall, but is still got momentum going to the inside of the 84 and clears him through the tri-oval here for third. Trey Holmes.
Trey's wishing that he had 5 more laps.
He is here and ready to shut this shit down. 2 laps to go.
It is getting nutty.
And we're going to go right out front to our leader, winner of last week's race at Chicagoland, the Tropicana 100. We have a wrecking 3. Will the caution come out? White flag has been received. No caution. We're going to run this out.
Wrecking backstretch is what I'm hearing across the radio.
Wrecking on the backstretch, but it does not matter as long as Johnson's able to get through this. He is going to pull off being the winner.
Here comes Trey Holmes for second. Can he get the run off?
Trey Holmes going off of 4. Not going to get it. Your winner of the Coke 300 back-to-back, Cody Johnson.
Incredible run by the 08.
Incredible by Cody Johnson, the 08, making it back-to-back. Winner of the Tropicana 100 and now the unofficial winner of the Coke 300. You are getting auto-modded. That's because I don't have an active mod. So again, as you look at your results tree here, that is it. Johnson, Anderson, Trey Holmes, Gutierrez, Parkman, your top 5 with Edwards, Evans, DeWalt. Looks like Munson and Josh Cole rounding out your top 10.
Attaboy, Joshy. Incredible.
We're going to take a short break here as we get ready for post-race interviews. Again, thank you so much, Travis and Chris, for joining me here tonight. Gracious to have you after that accident. We'll be right back in a moment with post-race interviews. All right, bringing you back in here now for the Gears post-race show, brought to you by Freedom United Motorsports. Again, sponsoring this race tonight. Cody Johnson, the winner of 30 USD. Sean of 20 USD, and then Trey Holmes of 10. Again, Brad Gutierrez, Chris Parkman, Bladen Edwards, Jonathan Evans, Mike DeWalt, Kyle Munson, and Josh Cole rounding out your top 10. I have with me at this moment Sean Anderson and Cody Johnson, starting with Sean. That Jeffrey Rudick sponsored car rode good all evening long near the front. Give us a quick synopsis of your evening.
Yeah, we had a good car. It was fast. The beginning of the race, I wasn't sure if tires were going to come and play at the end if we used up too much tire sets, so I ended up taking fuel only on, I think it was around lap 20 or so. Got shuffled to the back and then drove back up to the front. And then there was I think it was mid-race, it was like a pit stop cycle. I pitted and the caution came out like a lap or two after in the back again. And then luckily I was able to cycle back to the front and stay up there and finish second.
Yeah, you had a damn good evening. The 13 car was there up front all night long. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Shout out to everybody who races every week. Congrats to Cody on the win. That's awesome there. RFB Racing, I see John Evans finished there a little bit behind me, so good night for RFB. Good night for the owner, Jeff Rudick, watching. Congrats to Perrin running up front there for a while, and I think he got taken out in a wreck. I hate it for him, and I know Matthew would cut and spun there too. So, but it was a good night, and hopefully we can keep this momentum going.
Yeah, that is the 13 car of Sean Anderson going home in second place, and the winner of 20 USD, courtesy of Freedom United Motorsports. Thank you again. And again, you've won, so you've already punched your ticket to the playoffs, but a second place finish will definitely help you in the points. Congratulations, Sean.
Thank you.
Moving on, again, winner of back-to-back weeks, one at Chicagoland for the Tropicana 100, and then now at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Coke 300. Cody Johnson in the 08, making it back-to-back. And Cody, how are you feeling after that action-packed end of that race?
Oh, well, my back being a little sore from sitting here for so long, that was a long one. I feel pretty good. That was fun. Didn't expect the outcome to end that way. I know things got shuffled up a little bit. At the beginning, we took tires a little bit too early, and then we had another pit stop right probably 10 or 15 laps after that, and I decided to take lefts only just to keep from using up another set of rights, and it was horrible. It just wouldn't rotate at all. But we managed to, I think, hold on to like fifth to make it to the next stop, and took tires, and just luckily it just panned out right there. If we'd had I was out of tires there at the end, so if we'd had a caution with 10 to go, it probably wouldn't have panned out that way. But luckily it just stayed green, and we were able to keep the clean air. That's huge here. I rode behind Perrin at the beginning for quite a while, and it's just rough trying to find clean air and stay directly out from behind that car in front of you. But luckily we were the one out front right there at the end, and it paid off. I hate to see Jonathan and Matthew and them get wrecked, because I think it was going to be fun, but especially Perrin. But it happens.
Yeah, I mean, nothing you could do there towards the end of the race. But, again, a solid run for you, making it back-to-back. I think one of the few racers or drivers this year that have multiple victories. So congratulations to you, Cody. Anybody you want to give a shout-out to?
Appreciate it, man. Just you guys for putting on a good, solid league and broadcasting every week. Like I said, I enjoy going back and watching them, regardless of where we finish. And then shout out to all the guys that we race with, Paul, Perrin, Sean, Rudick, Lucas when he's here, Jonathan, obviously, Tyler, them guys. Brandon was in this one earlier. I'm not sure what happened with him, but just all the guys that we race with every week and hang out in the Discord and make this iRacing thing fun.
Yeah, and exactly right about that. There's a lot of guys who make this community and this culture the way it is today. Cody Johnson and his team, one of them. Congratulations, Cody, again, back-to-back victories tonight. Again, enjoy this Friday night. This is all yours, buddy.
Appreciate it, man. Y'all have a good one.
Thank you. And, for myself, along with Sean and Cody, 2 weeks from tonight, we will be at Talladega Super Speedway for the Horse Boat 250. Again, qualifying at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, with the stream starting about 7:45 Eastern Time. Again, for Cody and Sean, I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. the Horse Boat, wishing you a wonderful evening and a wonderful weekend. Enjoy it. It's the middle of May. Get outside, do some shit. Enjoy the weekend. Thank you for joining us. Good night.